Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's Monday, which means it's time to decorate, and as we started doing last week, I'm going to be doing all of my weeks in December with a little bit of a Christmas twist. Some of them will be more Christmassy than others. This week I've decided to go pretty Christmassy. So I'm just grabbing out my weeks. So we'll just flip them over. As you can see from what I've got sitting next to me, I have my 2016, no that's this year, 2015 Paper Lovers book. Is that right? And this must be the 2014 sticker book. What I'm going to try and do is kind of do a green and gold theme this week. I know I did plain gold last week. I'm going to try and use a different shade of gold with this washi tape here, which I think is from Big W. And then adding some of these in, and then to sort of bring some green and gold to this. Fingers crossed this works. I can't be sure yet that it's going to, but I'm going to give it a good old shot anyway. So what we're going to start with is this washi tape. I think this is Scotch washi tape. I bought it at Officeworks the other day. It was on sale. It's obviously not Christmassy whatsoever, but I like the greens in this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it down the side of the page, but I'm sort of going to run it, I want to cut this in half, so I'm going to just measure out how much I need, allowing for a little bit extra. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, which I knew I'd forget something, it's in my drawer. So I'm just grab my paper trimmer and I'm just going to stick this down, hopefully in half. I'm trying to use the lines on this trimmer, like the guidelines on this trimmer, to kind of get this in the middle. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, but we'll give it a go. And then just cutting down the middle. Whoops. Because it's really not straight and it's really badly scratched the crap out of it. So we'll just use one side and we'll cut another bit afterwards. Whoops. My scissors are starting to fall apart again. I think that means I've used them too much. I'm not having a good day with this washi tape. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of scratched away some of the colour. It's not that bad, but it's definitely not that good either. I'm just going to throw out this extra bit. I'm going to run this down the side, sort of just covering the holes, but then I'm going to put some gold down the side as well. Stick that down. Okay. And then with this gold one from Big W, I think it's Big W. I bought it in a 4-pack. I've used it before. If I can find the link, I'll link it down below. I'm going to kind of cover those holes again. I'm going to basically line it up. Whoops. You just have one of those days where your hands don't want to do what you want them to do. That's what I'm having today. I'm going to line this up with the lines that separate the days, and then just stick that down. So it's kind of overlapping the green, but I like the way that sits. And then just cutting off the excess. There is going to be excess along the side as well, which I'm also going to trim off. I'm going to do it by hand, but if you do want to use your paper trimmer, you can. Okay, so I didn't cut all that much off, just enough. So that's what it looks like when that's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the other side exactly the same, and I'll be back in one sec. So that's what it looks like when it's done. The next thing to do is just punch out the holes, which I'm just going to do really quickly. This washi tape is not being fun to cut. So I've just grabbed my Kikki.k hole punch instead of my UB one. I just find sometimes the UB one from Officeworks doesn't cut as nicely. So all I'm doing is using the Kikki.k one instead, and I'm just being a little bit more forceful with my cuts. That should cut through this slightly thicker washi tape and give you a much nicer finish. I will admit, this week that I did last week, which I'll link down below, I've been looking at it all week going, oh my god, that is seriously one of the nicest weeks I've done. And when I did it, I didn't think it looked that great, but for some strange reason it's grown on me. I'm just trying to get rid of all the tape on my hands, and it's going to do the other side. Rightio, so that's what it looks like once it's all done. I'm just going to get all this excess washi tape and put it in the bin, I hope. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another green here. This is the green from last year's Kikki.k washi tape set. Last year they brought out 2, this year they only brought out 1, which I thought was slightly disappointing. But this particular green is going to help bring in some of the darker green that I've got, especially in the sticker book. So I'm going to stick that right across the top on both sides of this one. So I'm just going to go ahead, in fact what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to look like it's stopped, I want it to look like it's gone straight across the top. I'm actually going to stick these down right next to each other. Just grabbing my mini sticky tape from one of the mini stationery sets. I just can't find my regular sticky tape. I think I used it to wrap presents last week and now I can't find it. So I'm just going to use this just to stick these pages down. I'm just really grabbing just the edge there, because actually that's not going to work, because I'm going to stick right down the side, right down the middle of that. So then just grabbing that washi tape again, just measuring across both. Pulling that tape off gently. Not gently enough. And then you should be able to trim off the excess on both sides. Just cut down the middle here. There we go. That one's worked. That one's just a little off, but I can fix that. There we go. So there we go. That's what it looks like when that bit's done. I like that. I think that actually looks... You could have done that just as easily by running 2 bits just with the Merry Christmas, but ah well. We've done it the complicated way. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick down all my stickers and write in all the bits and pieces. So I'm going to do that just with a green pen. I'm just going to get the most Christmassy kind of green I can, and I'm going to grab my gold pen as well and use that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in 1 second. So that's everything written in. As you can see, the back half of my week is rather on the busy side. So now let's start actually getting some colour into this, because as much as the green is really pretty, it's kind of actually starting to get to me that it's just a little too green. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of these stickers. I really want to use some of these dark trees. I've always wanted to use these dark trees and I've never got around to using them. Basically with this sticker book, I'm just avoiding using the red in this collection as much as I possibly can, just because I really think the red will overdo it. And I just need to put that one there because I just need to put another little note over here. My favourite makeup artist at MAC's leaving, so I must go visit her. Must go visit her. Then I'm just going through the sticker book and just finding some more stickers. This is going to be very basic with just a lot of stickers this week. I don't want to do a flipper as such, because I've done a flipper the last 3 or 4 weeks, but I kind of feel like I need something else to sort of jump off the page a little bit. I think I might just use a couple of tags. When in doubt, go back to tags. Just because this week is just a little on the busy side, I think I'll just leave it really, really plain. Even for me, really, really plain. So I'm just going to clean these tags up really quick. So I'm just going to stay with the 2. I sort of did think about putting this one somewhere, but I just, hold on. No, I've just got an idea. I'm just really carefully, not really that carefully, but carefully. I did actually stick that down really hard, so I'm going to put that there. I'm actually going to stick it down. So just grabbing some glue tape. Didn't tidy it up first. I knew I'd forgotten to do something. There's a thunderstorm coming our way, so if you can hear it in the background, I'm really sorry. Sending all the dogs in the neighbourhood slightly crazy. See, there goes mine. I'm just going to stick that right there. I'm just going to put that snowflake just above it. And then I'm just going to write in the 14 for that Wednesday, even though I know what date it is. So that is it for this week, guys. It is simple, but it is using some of these different colours. I usually don't go anywhere near green, especially not for Christmas, so I like that I've picked some different colours this week. I love that tag. The more I look at it, the more I love it. So I hope you guys like this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I am still doing giveaways, and I have another one coming up early in the new year, so stay tuned for that one. If you want to leave me a message, you can down below. Otherwise, you can leave me a message on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, or you can send me an email. All those links are down below for you. Hope you guys have a really good rest of the week, and I will see you for Christmas week next week. See you later. Bye!